Um, Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Waha, Waka, Kwa Dash, giving double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who will well teach well, because those are the men who I've learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth, in sincerity. Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And pretty much this lesson is going to be titled as "The Woman at the Well Was Not an Israelite." All right, the woman at the well was not an Israelite. She was a heathen. Now, I did a video and I slept up and said that the Samaritan woman was an Israelite, but she was a heathen. So in this lesson, I'm gonna prove it that she was not an Israelite, and I'm gonna redo my other lesson, because one thing about me is I do not like to say or slip out errors. I'll literally delete my whole entire video and do it over, because at the end of the day, I am working out my own salvation, and I don't like to teach something wrong. I want to teach it right, and I do not want to be misleading anybody. Everything I bring out is truth to the best of my ability. So we're going to go into this and we're going to get this out, and then I'm going to go back on my next video today and have my title as the two types of Gentiles, because I made an error on there. So I'm gonna validate this part and then do that video next. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And again, Salakia on that. I took the video down because it just didn't feel right, because I don't like saying the wrong things. I want to be on point to the best of my ability. So let's get this breakdown in. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is John 4:1. It says, "When therefore the Lord knew how the Pharisees had heard that Yahushua made and baptized more disciples than John." Verse 2. And it says, "Though Yahushua himself baptized not, but his disciples." Verse 3, it says, "He left Judea and departed again into Galilee." Verse 4, it says, "And he must," "and he must needs go through Samaria." Right? Verse 5, it says, "Then cometh he to a city of Samaria," right, "which is called Sychar, near to the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph." Right? So Samaria is in the land of Israel. All right? Israelites are the ones that dwell in Samaria. All right? Verse 6, and it says, "Now Jacob's well was there." It says, "Yahushua therefore, being worried with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour." Verse 7, it says, "There cometh a woman of Samaria drawing water. Yahushua saith unto her, Give me a drink." So this woman was a heathen, basically. All right? She wasn't an Israelite. At that point, you had Israel and you had the heathen nations dwelling in Samaria, all together mixed. Verse 8. All right. Verse 8, it says, "For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat." Verse 9, it says, "Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jake, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans." See? So what she said right there basically lets you know that this woman, right, the Samaritan woman, wasn't an Israelite. You see, the Jews, they had no dealings with the Samaritans. All right? The Samaritans was basically heathen nations who weren't Israelites. All right, and this is the reason she asked the Messiah this question. So it shows you that she wasn't an Israelite. So Salakia on my part on that. I want to correct myself. So she was not an Israelite. She was a heathen, a natural heathen. She was a Gentile, a heathen. Verse 10. And it says, Yahushua answered and said unto her, If thou knowest the gift of Yahweh, and who it is that saith to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldest have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. Verse 11. The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that having water? Verse 12. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? The heathens were brought over, into the land. All right. They weren't keeping any laws. All right. The heathens didn't have the laws of the Lord because the Lord wasn't dealing with them. But the heathens, they were brought over into the land. All right. They weren't keeping any laws. All right. Verse 3, it says, Yahushua answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. Verse 14, But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into the everlasting life, which is the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All right. Verse 15. And it says, The woman saith unto him, Sir, give me the water that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. Verse 16. Yahushua said unto her, Go call thy husband, and come hither. Verse 17. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. Verse 18. And it says, For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou hast is not thy husband, and thou saidst thou truly. Verse 19. The woman saith unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. Verse 20. Our father worshipped in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. So this is what she was saying unto the Messiah, right? Verse 21, Yahushua said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain, Salakia, nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Now we get into the main point. This is what I want to get to, the main point. John 4:22, it says, Yahushua said, Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. So that solves it right there. All right. Because this woman don't know what she worships. All right. Yes, the heathens know of Yahweh Bashim Ashai, of the mighty work of the Lord, what the Lord did, during the bringing up of our people out of Egypt. Right. The heathen seen the works of the Lord, but the heathen don't actually know the Lord of Yahweh Bashim Ashai like Israel do. All right. The heathens don't know the Lord like how we know our Lord. They know of the Lord, the works, what he has done, but they don't know the Lord. They don't know the Lord like how we know the Lord. All right. I just want to get that out there. So, that pretty much solves it there. The Samaritan woman, she didn't know what she worshiped. We know what we worship. We know who we worship and serve, which is Yahweh Bashim Ashai. The Lord always only dealt with Israel. And I got a precept for that. Amos 3:1. It's Amos 3:1. It says, Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel. See, so we know our power. Our power knows us. It says, Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. All right. So that was pretty much what it was talking about. All right. What was the Lord talking about? We know what the Lord was talking about, right? He was talking about us. All right. And they got a precept for that. This is Psalms 147 and verse 19, right? This is what this was talking about when you read Amos 3 and 1. Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, and his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. That's who the Lord is dealing with, the Israelites. That Samaritan woman, she was a heathen. She wasn't an Israelite. So again, Salakia on my part on that video. I'm going to redo my video over again. All right, because I slipped out and said that the Samaritan woman was an Israelite. So Salakia, she was not an Israelite. All right, she was not an Israelite. This is Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Because I was thinking about something else. Psalms 147 and 20. It says, he have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So there you go. The Lord has always dealt with Israelites. Verse 19 all the way down to 20 in this precept is talking about Israelites. Amos 3 and 1 is talking about Israelites. When you read John 4 and 22, all right, that Samaritan woman was a heathen. She was not an Israelite. All right. So now we're going to go read this again. Psalms 147 and verse 20. It says, he have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So us knowing Yahweh Bashima Shai in that manner, it's us, getting the last commandments and statutes of Yahweh Bashima Shai. So when Yahweh Shai, told this woman, told her this, going to John 4 and 22, she not know what she worshiped. That's what Yahweh Shai was referencing to. All right, ye know not what you know not what you worship. We know what we worship, for salvations of the Jews. So that shows you there she was not an Israelite. All right, wrapping it up. And this is John 4 and 22. I want to get to that part, and I'll wrap it up with this. All right, Acts 4 and 22. It says, ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. So that Samaritan woman was not an Israelite. She was a heathen. And I want to do a lesson on this to validate what I'm saying, to correct myself first and foremost. So Tawada to Yahweh Bashim Ashai, and Tawada to the beloved brothers that let me know. Salaki again, it slipped out. I said the wrong thing. The Samaritan woman was not an Israelite. She was a heathen. All right, she was a heathen. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Just want to do a correction video on that. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Ashai Bashim Makakodash. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time I say, Shalom.